later. I got comfortable. Should we do that? Should never get comfortable. Hey, how's everybody doing tonight? Still good? Yeah. I like that question because it's the only question where it's like it's a yes or no question, but then when the other says yes or no, everyone's just like, woo! And that's like, it's equivalent to a yes, so that's great. Yeah, no, I'm doing great too. Thanks for asking. We appreciate that. We're obviously very good friends here. It's been a rough week. Let's scratch that. It's been a rough year. Everybody's had some rough times. But no, my wife left me in March, so I mean, I guess I win. And that's not a joke, so I appreciate it if you didn't laugh at that part, because who would laugh at that? But it's just like, dating when you're 31 with a 5-year-old kid and you're like getting divorced isn't easy. Like, it's not easy. Like, it's so different than it was, when I was in high school. It was the last time I dated. Really pathetic, but no, it's just different. Like, there's all these apps, and like none of them are good. And I mean, maybe they are for other people, but not for me. And it's really weird because like I always had this sneaking suspicion that like people weren't interested in me, like romantically, but it's just like hurts so much more to have that quantified, like in numbers, like super low. It's just like, hey, I want to see how I'm doing today. Okay, nothing new. I hate myself, and that's really bad. But no, it's been okay. Like I've been on some dates, guys. Don't worry about me. Like six dates since March. So clearly cleaning up out here. It's been a fun experience. Like, probably the first date was the best date, and it set a really high bar. The other dates just didn't seem to hit. Like, I picked her up for dinner. Like, we went out, we had dinner and drinks. It was really fun. She invited me back to her place to watch a movie, which everybody knows is like it's code for something. That's what I hear at least. And it was. We watched the movie. We did some kissing, and then she sucked on my toes. And I don't know if you guys ever had your toes sucked before, but it's fucking amazing. Like, highly recommend going home tonight, professional partner, and just like sucking on each other's toes for a little bit. Like, and if like that weirds you out, like I just need you to take a step back and like wash your fucking feet, because that sounds like a you problem, and you're pushing your insecurities off on me and the rest of the group here, and that's just not cool. Like I wouldn't do that. So yeah, no, it was really fun, and like I don't know if you guys know this, but like your toes are basically like little penises attached to your feet. So just think about that, and then like go home, give it a shot, and you'll thank me later. I absolutely believe you will. I've been going through a little bit of a crisis over the past 2 months. A couple months ago, a guest host called me Sheldon Cooper, and I've been thinking about that for fucking 2 months straight. I'm calling it my Cooper crisis because, like, it doesn't feel like a compliment, you know? Like, you're like, hey, you're like that fucking weird, awkward guy from that terrible comedy show that went on for way too long. It's like, hey, thanks. Wait, what? Like, no, it's not all right. And maybe that's why I didn't go on a lot of dates. It's like girls are going through Tinder and they're like, what the fuck is Sheldon Cooper doing on here? Like, he's weird. Swipe left on that guy. And I guess that's all right. So, no, actually, like a couple months ago, like my wife and I decided just to work on stuff. I'm not gonna say that we're back together because it doesn't fucking feel like it. Like, it's really weird. Like, I'm kind of like, I feel like I'm like the lead in a shitty romantic comedy, and I'm just like waiting for some woman to come rescue me from my miserable life. And this is not happening, and that hurts my feelings because it's like that makes me like the friend in the romantic comedy, you know? It's like you always have like, yeah, it's a romantic comedy starring all these beautiful people, and then this fucking weirdo comedian that, you know, you can go, well, he's definitely not getting a relationship in this movie, and it's right, it's not happening. So I just like to put that out there in the odds, chance that some girl will be like, I can fix him, and you can fix me very easily, and I'm begging you, please fix me. I need it so badly. Let's see here. Yeah, I put down a note here that says just not sexy, because Sheldon Cooper is not sexy, and apparently that's who I fucking am. It's not great. There we go. So yeah, so I started actually doing comedy this year because my wife left me. Therapy is really expensive, so I'm like, you know what? I can get out, I can talk to people. They're forced to listen to me, and it's about the same thing. And then I don't have to worry about the shitty advice that you get from therapists. So like, have you tried breathing? You tried counting and every breath, and then drawing a square in your mind. And by saying that, you guys will know that I actually did therapy this year, and it just didn't help out at all. It was fun though. I guess therapy doesn't really work when you like actively lie to your therapist to make your life seem less pathetic than it actually is. Like maybe if I told her the truth, she could have given me better advice. But I'm just like, no, I'm doing great. No, I haven't had any anxiety attacks lately. I'm just like, oh, great. I'm so glad to hear that you've had this phenomenal turnaround. It's like, oh, thanks. I really try hard. My life's great. Absolutely phenomenal. So like I've been coming here all year, and I like it here. You know, I like Seattle. I don't live in Seattle. I drive an hour south from up north to be here. Everybody where I live looks like the peoples from the Hills Have Eyes. And so it's just like, it's not a beautiful place. But then I come to Seattle and everybody's fucking gorgeous. And it makes me mad. It honestly does. Like, the crowds are always like built up with these amazingly beautiful people. And then there's me, and I'm just like, I feel out of place. It's weird. But no, it's great though. Like, even like, I was parking my car and like this crazy shirtless homeless guy came up and asked me for $1. And like, dude, he was fucking cut, you guys. Like, absolutely jacked. Like, uncomfortably attractive, and I just like I didn't know what to do because like I only had like a 20 on me, and so I just gave it to him. You know, I panicked. I was like, "Here, take it." And then I sucked his dick, and I know you guys are probably thinking like, "Hey, that's way too far. Like the guy's homeless. One of those two things would have been more than enough for him to improve his life." And all I have to say is, you weren't fucking there, so please don't judge me. So yeah, I mean. This is about it. This is what I do on Tuesdays. I'm one of the 2 people in here that actually has a kid, and I like to abandon her on Tuesdays for a couple of hours with my parents to come out here and like do my therapy. So thank you guys very much. Have a great night.
Give it up for Jim Barrett, also known as Lake
Sheldon Cooper, yeah.
Lake Sheldon.
It's not. I would rather be that guy. He gets pussy.